H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Tuesday. It's a great Tuesday when I tell you, text, tag, tell your friends, go back and get the last 5 people that y'all been talking to on your text and text them and say, y'all need to get to the Chop Shop right now. Got something for everybody. Got something for everybody today. Shout out to my starting 5. That's the first 5 people who sign up to both feeds, and I'm recognized on YouTube. We got D. Holcomb, we got Ivan Pettit, we got Mark Edwards, we got Brad Kimball, we got Sterling Creeks is in the building. What's up, Coach? And on the YouTube side, we got Thaddeus Moody, the man from Chicago. Who else we got? Thaddeus Moody over there with Johnny Arnett and Thaddeus Moody. Y'all the only one. Oh, we share the show over there, y'all. Share it, share it, share it. Don't just like me, share me, y'all. Yesterday, when I get off the show and I talk to people who the first time they ever watched the show and they love the show, let me tell you something. That put more batteries in my pack. Because some of y'all getting stale. Can I talk to you? Some of y'all getting stale. And maybe I'm getting stale to y'all. So yes, let's get us some new people in. Y'all stale ones, stay at home. And just get us some new folks. And it's okay because I still got to do this. I just, and I know, Willie Sullivan, I know some of them can get stale. It gets stale. You get tired of listening to your wife. You get tired of listening to your husband. You get tired of listening to your boyfriend. You get tired of getting listening to your coach. I understand. But what I want to do, you can go away, but make sure you get somebody else to come back in your place. Y'all got me? Can we do that? I ain't know everybody good. Everybody good. What's up, Fox? And everybody's good. Man, I know when I hit on subjects, people, I got text yesterday. Let me tell y'all something. Can I talk to y'all? Let me talk to y'all. You know, I used an example yesterday, and I used somebody on the feed. Ladies and gentlemen, when I use Sterling Creeks or somebody's name, I'm metaphorically thinking. If you don't know what a metaphor is, go look it up. Now, I can't teach you everything. Somebody should have taught you as something. Somebody taught you to come on this show. Somebody showed you. So I can't teach you everything. But when I was talking about a very important subject yesterday, and some people missed it. Now I see why I have to make sure that I always repeat and keep this thing right, because some people miss it. Some people thinking I'm talking about one of their ass. Y'all, I don't know y'all, so I can't talk about y'all. You follow me? So, but I got something to say. What I wanted, the people here, do me a favor. Please do not listen to Amber Rose. Please do not listen to Cardi B. Do me a favor. Don't listen to any celebrity. This election is too important. See, they won't feel the consequences. You will. They can get on a plane and go to another country. They can get, they ain't gonna feel what your ass feel. So y'all don't be out here listening to no Amber Rose and no Cardi B and no Charlamagne the God and all of these people. All right? I'm just in case. Because when I make statements like yesterday and people think I'm talking about, yesterday I was just talking about an instance. I was talking, listen to me. I was talking to a Power 5 coach. And we was talking and I was looking around the landscape. And then I was talking to some friends of mine. But what I saw this year, Mr. Fox, in the last couple of years, 2 prominent black head coaches had got their own teams. And I can tell them, I can talk about it. I'm going to mention, let's say Louisville. Louisville got a black coach and couldn't win a damn game. But he was known as one of the top recruiters in the world, Kenny Payne. Tony Stubblefield, he was at Oregon. He went to DePaul and couldn't win a game. So, Mr. Fox, Johnny Arnett, Willie Sullivan, Eric Boone, Robert Hatter is a pretty smart guy. I read. I study. Some people get on here and tell y'all people ain't got time. I got time. Every business I get into, everything I get into, I want to know what the hell is going on. And I want you to too. So when I look, Coach Fox, I looked at them dudes and go get their ass tore off the bone at Louisville and DePaul. Chad, I'm glad I got somebody here. Chad, walk me with this one, Chad. Belinda Jonathan, y'all walk with through me. I got some. This is gonna be the most powerful show, y'all. This show finna be crazy. Don't go. Y'all need to text, tag, tell somebody right now. I'm serious. But Curtis, I look at 2 black coaches that got their ass fired this year, right? Tony Stubblefield at DePaul, and Kenny Payne. Kenny Payne at he was at Kentucky. He went to Louisville and got fired. But what I'm trying to find out, somebody help me, because I need y'all help today. I'm going to need y'all help a whole lot of times today. You brilliant people on this job site, I need you. But I need your friends too. I need y'all to get me some people because we got to talk. We got to have a real talk today. Listen to me, Alice Henderson. You were busy making Calipari successful and Dana Altman successful, these 2 coaches. So they made these 2 coaches successful. But they went and were head coaches themselves and they weren't successful. So what I'm thinking, and I might be wrong, all right? I might be wrong. No, listen to me before you get to talking. I might be wrong. That is Moody. If those dudes did some shady stuff and did everything in their power to get players for Calipari and Dana Altman, why didn't they go and use the same principles and get players for themselves? What, they got in the head coaching spot and forgot how you got there? Somebody got to talk to me today, Chad. Because it makes me say, You done went and got all them bad dudes for them. And maybe back then I know you was using, you was using the bag to go get them. I know it. These people don't have to know it. Why didn't you use your own money, your own resources to go out there and build your program in so you can get another contract, so you can get some more money? I might be wrong, but I know it's a way to do it. Talk to me, Daddy's Moody. Somebody talk to him. I saw the salaries of a head coach. Excuse me. I saw their salaries, Johnny Arnett. See, when you own this show, you got this think deeper than that. Maybe they didn't have the resources. They millionaires, Johnny Arnett. Let me repeat that, Coach. That might go. They millionaires. Both of these dudes I just go. They done made millions playing, doing this thing. Use your own damn money then. If they don't give you the resources. Ain't nowhere in the world Louisville not giving you no resources. Ain't nowhere in the world somebody at the poor. Use your own damn money then. You dumb ass. But I blame y'all. I told y'all, when these coaches get these jobs, y'all got to send them something. Y'all got to send them players. Did you send either one of them a player? I helped. Come on, y'all. No, that ain't it. Y'all got to be smarter than that. I'm trying to tell y'all, but y'all not listening. Y'all keep on leaning on to your own understanding. Y'all got to realize I'm talking from a whole nother position. I just want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm speaking from a whole nother position. I'm going to take a quick break. I don't like the way this shirt is showing up on my screen. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back in a minute. Let me see. Let me show this. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this.
The corner, back Benlay, they give the go, and Carrington to the rejection. It last hits Wheeler. It's going to be Connecticut basketball.
The Carrington was saying something to her, but comes in. Yeah, that's a really nice block, and it does land on
the corner, back Benlay, they give the go, and Carrington to the rejection. It last hits Wheeler. It's going to be Connecticut basketball.
The Carrington was saying something to her, but comes in. Yeah, that's a really nice block, and it does land on
the corner, back Benlay, they give the go, and Carrington to the rejection. It last hits Wheeler. It's going to be Connecticut basketball.
The Carrington was saying something to her, but comes in. Yeah, that's a really nice block, and it does land on.
Yes, much better. Y'all don't know what I'm going through over here. It's the way the chroma key popping up, but I'm gonna get there. Now it wasn't a malfunction. I didn't like the way it was showing up on the screen, on my screen. Yes, rest in peace, Chris Phillips Sr. Somebody informed me yesterday that he died in his sleep. Chris Felix's dad. Rest in peace to you, my brother. Great part of the summer basketball and high school community. Been watching your son since he was at Hightower. Man, it's crazy. It's y'all life is so short. That's why I got to do what I have to do and do this stuff every day, because I told you, I don't want to be a generational thief. I don't want to leave here and not have something here before for the next generation can understand some. Because some of y'all just, y'all don't think like that, and it's okay. But our kids need. I wish I had somebody talking and speaking like this to me when I was a young man. So, passed away in his sleep, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I heard. But let me get back to what I was doing. All I was trying to do is let y'all know, well, just what's wrong. I just didn't understand some of these college coaches. But do me a favor, y'all. Quit listening to Amber Rose. Quit listening to Cardi B. My young people, don't listen to any celebrity. This election is too important, and I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But like yesterday, like I was saying, I was just talking about stuff. Somebody, I mean, it kills me how we can sit and talk about something. And I want to talk. I just got so many things to share. Let me just start here. Let me start here. I'm not going. I'm gonna start right where I wanted to start. I got to get this out of me because it's been getting to me, Chad. I was reading this book. I think April Ryan wrote by Megger and Murley. It's Megger Evers, and Murley Evers. In this book, it chronicles in the spring of 1946, Megger Evers, after serving in the United States Army as a decorated veteran, on returning to this country after landing on the beaches at Normandy and fighting in the freedom in Germany, Megger Edwards wanted the same freedom that he fought for in Germany to be evident in Mississippi. Y'all follow me? So he began to work, and he began to organize, and he began to plan, and he began to register people to vote. What's up, Robert Young? He was fearless and courageous. He was a military man and a civil rights leader. He was a son. He was a husband. He was a father. He was a citizen. And he was a dreamer. But little did Megger know, the 17 years after being honorably discharged, that in the early morning hours of June the 12th, and that's coming up soon, 1963, another veteran, a veteran of World War II also, a man who served in the United States Marine Corps. He was a machine gunner and the man by the name of Byron Della Beckworth would shoot him down in the carport outside of his home. I never forget going down there in Mississippi, passing by that home. That home is still there. And I think about that. It showed, ladies and gentlemen, while we doing all this crazy stuff and we doing all this, and y'all, you're not agreeing this, I understand, but and I summer basketball this and summer basketball this, and he taking my players. My coach is better than his coach. My son is better than his son. In the midst of all that, Byron Della Beckworth shot and killed Megger Evers in his own home. It showed all America that you can wear a uniform and the uniform won't protect you. That regrettably sometimes the skin you wear is more of a magnet to opposition than the uniform that you bear. Because in America, before people see you as a veteran, as an airman, as a lawyer, as a coach, as a summer coach, as a mentor, before people see you as a United States Air Force person, they will see you, Daryl Anderson, Chad Ware, as a black man. Dr. King would shudder in his feet to still know that in 2024, people are judged by the color of their skin before the content of their character. Wearing a uniform doesn't make it safe against the malfactions of bigotry. Wearing a uniform doesn't give you a restraining order against white supremacy. Because when you are black, even other people who wear uniforms for a living will assume that you are a threat to their life. Both of these guys were in the Army. I mean, in the armed forces, and he shot an armed force officer. Hope y'all getting this, because some of y'all don't get this too good. When I give you stuff like this, if I give you some ignorant ass stuff, y'all get it. But when I give you stuff like this, I'm trying to help our kids. The uniforms are supposed to make you identify yourself. Regrettably, it wasn't that long ago, ladies and gentlemen, that police officers went to an active military person's home and they did not identify themselves. The life we live is supposed to identify ourselves and yourselves. I never forget Langston Hughes. He never enlisted, never enlisted in the Army. He was never in the Air Force. He was never in the Marines. But Langston Hughes, standing all 5'2" of him, living in a 1-bedroom apartment on Lenox Avenue at the height of the Harlem Renaissance. Here was Langston Hughes' uniform. Let me give you his uniform. He said, I sing America. They ask me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I just laugh and eat well and grow strong, for tomorrow they'll see that I too am America. That's Langston Hughes. And he did that wearing no uniform. See, ladies and gentlemen, and ain't nobody put it up on this feed, and ain't nobody said it, and I done let weeks pass by, and I just can't go no further. I can't. How are we going to set up here all last week and last week before that and not bring up how it is that Roger Forson, that who was killed in his own home with 6 bullets in his body without anybody identifying himself? That could happen here in Houston. Are we really going to sit here on the Chop Shop and nobody bring it up? And act if it's Roger died of cancer? Like Roger died of a stroke? That Roger died of hypertension? I too, Robert Young, King Sticks. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about this America we live in. When we around here playing around, this what's going on. Ain't nobody mention this. Ain't nobody mention it. I just sit there. Nobody said, rest in peace, Roger Forson. Nobody. Are we really going to sit here today as if Roger was a victim of gang violence? Yes, I'm talking about Roger Forson. Google it. That's the guy. The man just didn't identify us. The dude opened the door. He just shot him 6 times. Air Force, active Air Force young man. And we're going to sit right here and act like as if Roger died of brain aneurysm. He could be my son. He could have been your son. We got to call it as it is. Roger died of murder. No, they talked about it on the news. Ain't nobody brought it up on the Chop Shop. That's what I'm bad about. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't not one person, Chad. I'll sit there and watch this thing. Nobody said nothing. Y'all too brilliant of people. Y'all too smart of a people just worry about summer damn basketball. Summer basketball gonna take care of himself. Either your son can play, his ass can't play. Either he gonna go to college, he ain't going to college. If he need my help, I'm gonna help him. So you got high school basketball done. See, all these other people gonna tell you all them lies. Not me. Because I had a son come up through this stuff. And I worked the system instead of letting the system work me. I just made sure he was good enough. So when people told him no, I go bust that dude ass who he got playing him. Go the dude that get a practice and go bust his. Go put him up against your dude. And let's see. But let me get back to Roger. He died of stone cold murder, ladies and gentlemen, and somebody has got to be held accountable. We're going to fiend as if Roger could not lawfully own a gun? He's an Air Force man. Are we going to act like he was not protected under the Constitution he defended? Listen to me, y'all. Roger was 23 years old. He's younger than my son. Somebody out there got a 23-year-old. Mindy, show Cam around that age. He's a 23-year-old member of the United States Air Force. And some of y'all might not even know about this, and I'm giving it to you first time. In his own home, he had a firearm which was registered and legal. These people knocked on the wrong door and shot this boy. You follow me? And a police officer came to the door and shot him like a dog in the street. As if he was not defending the rights of America all over the world, being an Air Force kid. Man, let me tell you something. I got to stop right here because I want to say to you, and it's not of y'all might not like this, and that is, Roger was better to America than America was to Roger. We owe him a debt of gratitude. We owe him a debt of thanksgiving. Roger had the Second Amendment right on his side. He had the right to bear arms. Ain't none of the NRA and all of them people ain't said nothing. Because of the color Roger is. And I want to say that this may not be popular, but it's absolutely true. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but the preamble of the Constitution says that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and have the inalienable right of the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Roger had a right. And if George Zimmerman had a right to carry a gun, then Roger had a right to carry a gun. If Kyle Rittenhouse had a right to carry a gun, then Roger had a right to carry a gun. If Della Ruth had a right to carry a gun, then Roger had a right to carry a gun. We have to be able to defend our rights, y'all, and those who love America and pledge allegiance to that flag. See, y'all, Mindy, this for you. You know, I told you I was going to talk about this today. Mindy, Friday, the other day, I was stopped in my tracks because the number one golfer in the world was stopped early that Friday morning because he was on his way to a PGA tournament. Mindy Collins. I was up early because I wanted to see them play. I love golf. So I tape it. I get up early on that early morning. You can go on ESPN Plus. You go to ESPN Plus and watch it, and I found the news. So I was up early. I knew what had happened. He didn't listen to the police. He ran his car past the police. He threatened the physical body of police officers. And you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe what they did. They arrested him. They fingerprinted him. And they took his mugshot. And by 10 o'clock, they released him to go play golf. Roger in his own house, minding his business, they come to the wrong door and shoot this boy 6 times. Scotty Scheffler run over the damn police. He get to come back and play golf. Something is wrong in America. In fact, you have respect as a golfer, but you don't have respect as an Air Force person who has given his life to this nation. You cannot remain silent, y'all, in the face of justice. I know a lot of y'all probably done tuned out because I ain't talking about no stupid ass basketball. But how is our kids going to make it to the basketball if every time they stop, they worry about somebody doing something to them? You got a basketball uniform, they'll shoot your ass in a basketball uniform. No, he really did. I'm not going to let you say that. I can't let you say that, Jameson. Jameson, you got to be careful when you cut. He did not show his ass. He did not. You got to know, he did not show his ass. What he did was, normally they go through this certain place where he been going all week. But this particular time, somebody had died in an accident. A bus hit one of the security guards, Jameson. So it was different police working the thing and was crowded so bad. He just went the way he usually been going. And the person had a yellow jacket on and was trying to stop him. And he just kept on going because what? The security guards that had those yellow jackets on. But this guy happened to be a police who was hitting his window with with the flashlight. So he didn't show his ass. He wasn't aware at 6 o'clock in the morning. He wasn't aware what the hell his ass was doing because I know he wouldn't have did that. I'd have met him before. I know he wouldn't have did that. So slow down before you say somebody that showed his ass. I'm using this in, we're talking about Roger right now. But I want us to make informed comments. We don't know, just don't say nothing. Let me get back. Something is wrong in America, I told you. We cannot remain silent. Roger, ladies and gentlemen, was killed in cold blood, and all over the nation, people have been asking, how is Roger's dog? Is his dog all right? Did y'all hear what I just said? You know what people those are. But they're not asking, is his mama all right? Not asking, is his little brother all right? Not asking, is his little sister Harmony, is she all right? Not asking if his father doing all right. I come to tell America, we ain't all right. You cannot defeat, y'all, what you don't name. You cannot fix it until you face it. And today, my people, listen to me. I'm not coming to you as a Democrat or a Republican. I'm coming to you as an American, telling Americans, you got to fix this. Biden, if you want to be president again, you got to fix this. Donald Trump, if you want to be president, you got to fix this. Congress and Senate, you got to fix this. Before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. That's what the slaves used to say. We can no longer be silent, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, much of our conversation has been how he died. But I just don't want this young man to be a statistic. Roger is not a hashtag. Don't hashtag Roger. Roger is a son, he's a brother, he's a nephew, he's a man, and he's an American. Roger was able to survive the streets of Atlanta. He lifted up his right hand when he said, I, Roger Sforza, do solemnly swear, I hope I don't get it wrong, so solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I will bear truth and the allegiance to do the same. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. This is what you got to say when you swear the oath to get in. And orders, some of you servicemen know it. Tell me if I'm getting it right. And the orders are to the office appointed over me according to the regulations and uniform code of military justice. So help me God. The creed of Air Force is a simple one, y'all. Melvin Marks. It's simple. This Air Force, I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, to fight, and to win. And that is the mission that young man took. That young man went to the army so he can save money, so he can send his brother and sisters to school. And them people coming there. Just like Medgar Evers. The uniform you wear, it don't matter to the other people in uniform. This stuff right here just triggers people. That's why I don't let y'all talk about each other on this platform. That's why I don't. Because we always got to one up each other. I just put topics out there yesterday and just watch y'all. I got my better. I'm better than this. I got better than this. All of us great. All the coaches in summer basketball great. Anybody that's taken out and volunteered, they sign a time that help your come. All of them good to me. I just happen to have a show that I see something and I see it, and I'm gonna highlight what I see. I don't tell y'all what to tweet out. Yeah, dog. This was going on. Then I came across some comments about Jasmine Crockett. And I know Jimmy gonna come on in a minute. But talk that Jasmine Crockett and that Margaret Taylor Greene girl. And y'all, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna share this with y'all tomorrow. So be on the show early tomorrow. It's astonishing to see people suggest that a black woman should defend herself against verbal attacks. I stand firm with whatever Crockett responded to Margaret Taylor Greene. She gave her that same energy and stood up for herself. It's that simple. It reflects all levels of extreme ignorance to expect black individuals to continue to endure disrespectful without retaliation. It's not going to happen on this show. Y'all already know it. Black, white, orange, green. Ain't going to happen. In all cases, white bigots underestimate the consequences of provocation. Consider it a teachable moment, one in which black people no longer tolerate your behavior. Y'all got to watch what y'all saying to these people. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, Angel Reese, and Keon Coleman. Oh, hey, but y'all wait till tomorrow. I got something for y'all tomorrow. We're going to continue this tomorrow. Get on the show. We're going to continue this tomorrow. Because I got something to share with y'all about that and the Cameron situation. Watch, Mindy, watch how I weave that thing together tomorrow, Mindy. Mindy, this is just for you. It's on my heart right now, but Jimmy coming in, and I'm going to let him, when he come in, we're going to change. But y'all was serious about that. Y'all quit listening to these celebrities. Quit listening to them. But shout out to, like I said, who else I talk about? Who else I talk about? Anthony Edwards, Angel Reese, Keon Coleman, about to take sports to another level. As long as people don't try to water them down and change what people naturally love about them. And I understand that. But Anthony Edwards, son, I know, I love you. You know I do. I know you know. We Kendrick Spirit. You, out of all the people, you wanted to ride in the car with me. Right? But I saw you trying to find it. Y'all were coming for the interview after the game. And I saw y'all walk in. Hold on. I saw you and Ant-Man walk in. Let me see. Let me show you this. Fellas, this advice, not criticism. A young fella, at that moment right there, if you had walked in there in one of them suits with the tie, because I love your haircut, if you had walked in that place, you could have took the suit off right after. And that moment, at that time, instead of having an oversized, ugly-ass hoodie on, homeboy, I don't know what your goal in life or what you're trying to do. What's up, Jimmy? But if you had walked in, that's how. Hold up, Jimmy. That's how, ladies and gentlemen. I watched the greats do. I watched the greats do this. Me and Penny used to argue about it. Now you got to have on a suit. The whole world is watching you. Come in there. Because some of y'all think he going to be face of the league. I know it's hard, but you got to fight with him. I had to fight. Man, I want to wear a suit. Man, I want to Player, put on the suit. Then you wonder why he gets the Nike deal and not Chris Webber and not Shaq or nobody else. You wonder why he get the Sprite, the McDonald's. He got hurt because they like the way this Madison Avenue. The kids loved him. Man, if we gonna play this game, let's not just always play the game with our bodies. Let's play the games with our mind. But Jimmy, what's going on, man? I think I'm gonna pop you in right there. Damn, we got you. We uniform today again, huh? We got the memo. What's going on, man? I haven't talked about nothing you're gonna talk about. I had somebody they got me. I had to go. I had to go in. But okay, hold on, let me get you off. My bad, let me get you off. Man, okay, you back.
What you mean? They got you.
No. See, what happens, Jimmy, like every day when I come on the show, sometimes I think about, should I talk about what's trending? Should I go on here and just go and look? Or should I talk about what's not trending? And then, and that what's not trending, and they need to be talked about. So sometimes somebody hit me, somebody put something on the screen, and then I just gave them something. That's all. I just gave them a little something. But it's all great, right? What's going on, man?
Man,
It's all right.
got so much. I hope everybody is safe and the power was restored at your primary houses of dwelling, and if you're in the Houston area as a result of last Thursday's tornadoes and storms. So, and one thing about this area, we know how to recover from such madness and tragedies, in a sense, as there were some lives lost. Got a lot of sports to talk about. Of course, the NBA playoffs going to resume tonight with the finals. Who's tonight? The Western Conference or the East?
My boy's behind me. The East. That's why I got him behind
me. East goes down tonight, Indiana, and of course Boston. So it's going to be intriguing. I mean, Indiana reminds me, in a sense, kind of the year when the Houston Rockets, even though the Rockets had two mega stars, had two Hall of Famers, not so much so for this Indiana team. But the level of respect that was on those Rockets, because they were saying nobody's going to beat Golden State. Nobody's going to beat that particular year. Remember that last year that Chris Paul was here. And the Rockets had those dudes. Then Chris Paul goes down with the hammy, and life changes for the Houston Rockets. There's no doubt Houston Rockets were trending so upward in that series. Up what? What are they up? 3-2 at home?
Yeah, we had a chance. We had a chance to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, then it was injuries happen. That's the point. So anybody that goes and they say all around, it's probably not an opportune time for the NBA to point that out this year, but I can't recall another year that so many all-stars were in the playoffs were injured to the point of DNPs. I can't recall a time. Understand, I haven't been living forever. I just can't recall a time. Has there ever been, then you guys can remember, that more all-stars have been DNPing in the postseason? And this comes a time when we have unwillingly bought into the load management theories and whatnot, yet more guys are out, unable to play. Let's go around the horn. Just think about it. Started off in the open. Remember, no Zion with the Pels. Then I mean, we can go and read the book backwards and start from what we have now. No Porzingis. The Celtics had to make it there with no Porzingis. Indiana was pretty relatively healthy, I think. They're one of the if not the very few.
They're healthy.
Indiana and Minnesota. So it shows they did what they're supposed to do.
It ain't that they did what they're supposed to do, Jimmy. You can't even say that. I don't agree with that.
No, I'm thinking about Indiana. Kind of playing this New York Knicks team.
No, I thought you were talking about they not being injured. Injuries, that's a part of the business.
No. I'm talking about they did what they're supposed to do when they won, that they were supposed to win based on the fact
I thought you were talking about injuries.
They were 100%. Everybody, you do roll call, everybody present. And you think lucky about the Knicks was without three, it happens. You got to do, guess what? It ain't their fault. Then some people try to put the narrative out there about Tubbs all of a sudden now. I understand that people don't like Tubbs, but he's there. Tibbs. I said Tubbs. I'm tripping. Yeah, and that stigma was on him even in Minnesota. That stigma was on him in Chicago. Guess what? People still like it enough to keep giving him jobs.
I don't think it's him. I don't really think it's him. These bodies just ain't made like they used to, Jimmy. I'm just telling you, man. These dudes just get hurt, man. You can load manage, you can do all that. And then now they done found out, Jimmy, that load management does not stop you from getting injured. And it don't stop.
Exactly.
But they tried something. Jimmy, Penny's in the news today. Talk about that damn him being one of the first recipients of that microfracture surgery. He never had that sorry-ass surgery. He probably would have been played. Now doctors don't even use microfracture surgery no more. And y'all, when we know better, see this technology, man, these people be using. Jimmy, think about it. These dudes got a masseuse on the plane. 5 or 6 trainers. They got a player for every train. Jimmy, it's about 90-something people travel with them. And they still can't stay. And they got the let-out seats. They look like beds. And they still get hurt. I promise you, I ain't going to even try that. I ain't going to wrap my head around that one because I'll go crazy thinking about that. Look at Kawhi.
Yeah, and of course, thank you to one of the viewers they brought up. We was talking about the teams how many teams that had an all-star. I was just really trying to do a roll call. We got Boston. Let me write them down so you guys want to see it again. We got Boston with Porzingis, Knicks, of course, New York. That goes times 2 at least because Julius Randle, Brunson.
The big boy too, Robinson.
But
Robinson was the man.
He wasn't an all-star though, but he was still.
Oh, you talking about all-star? Okay.
I took it to supreme level and said all-star. We can dumb it down.
No.
Denver did Denver had anybody? No, Denver was healthy.
No. Yeah, healthy.
Denver was healthy. So the Clippers, Kawhi.
Well, it's a whole lot of stuff coming out about Denver. Oh my God! See, when you lose, boy, that stuff come at you.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I tell y'all later this week. Oh yes.
You got New Orleans. You have Phoenix.
Everybody
had injury.
Brad Beal wasn't never. Brad Beal played 31 damn games.
Golden State.
Oh yeah, we was injured. No, we was we were injured and ignorant. We were injured and ignorant at Golden State. Who else?
Miami.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler. He didn't want to play. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to play.
No, I think, man. Let me tell you something. We
you
go back
take
to
up for
Butler.
all you want to.
Let me tell you. Whenever you hear the boss speak out and use the words that Pat Riley used when after Jimmy Butler had made that video, that comment that went viral, it's something else going on.
Oh, he's out of there.
You best believe
Gone
that.
like a turkey through the cone.
They don't talk. You don't talk about. Just think what he said. He basically told him shut the hell up.
Shut up. If your ass ain't playing, ain't no use you talking.
So that's some. You guys got to come on now. Y'all on the Chop Shop. Y'all know y'all.
Now forget the Chop Shop. That's the same dude that ran LeBron James' ass out of Miami, y'all. See, y'all think LeBron left. That man told LeBron. That man told him, it's me, Spoelstra. Man, get your ass out of here. Coming there talking about it's me or Spoelstra. Like he did. It's me who was the coach? Who the coach they just got fired? He just got Dalvin Ham fired. And now they're trying to hire your boy, J.J. Redick. Get what they said, calling J.J. Redick now. He's the new Pat Riley. Hold up.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. No. Come off the field playing, being an analyst on TV, because Pat Riley used to be an analyst on TV, and now that's what they saying. He Pat Riley. That's what they saying about him. It's unbelievable.
Dallas, I really believe, if you're paying attention to basketball, there's something that has been impairing Luka for the last couple of weeks. He ain't moving with the same speed.
He hurt, man.
I'm just saying, but he's not listed as an injury. But I'm saying he's still playing, but he's hurt. If you ever paid attention to Luka Doncic before this season, I ain't talking about last year, I ain't talking about the Olympics or none of that. If you paid attention to him this year, just watch 2 games and you will understand and see what I'm talking about. Guys like him know their spots. he's been getting to his spots and getting his shots off, creating separation on a consistent basis. Now all of a sudden, it's hard for him to get that. He needs more and more picks up. It's
They
hard.
just said he was hurt. It ain't like he on the injury report, but he's saying, shit, I got to play.
Exactly. And push on through it. So we had Miami, we got Dallas. Shoot, man, dude, that's so far we had Golden State, Phoenix, Boston, New York,
and Jimmy,
Clippers.
He's not an all-star, Jimmy, but he was an intricate part of that Indiana team, that Ben Mathurin. Kevin K just said Ben Mathurin from Arizona, cold piece of work that got hurt. Huh? He started, yes.
He started?
Yeah.
That's a starter then, huh? So
yeah, but he wasn't an all-star.
We throw them in with an asterisk because he's a starter. He's a starter. Dude, this is understand. And we haven't even went through all of the playoff teams. I'm just thinking of some off the top of the dome. We know we're missing somebody. This is what we're dealing with. And guess what? Man,
I'm just loving Dallas right now. I'm really feeling Dallas right now.
Kyrie his productivity is down, yet he's able to play the Chris Paul role on his leadership. Guess what? Everybody turns old in front of us at some point in time in this stuff. And obviously, guess what? Kyrie just might be turning old. Maybe. Because
I wouldn't say that.
He can still get to certain spots, but it's still, we ain't, Kyrie had me concerned the last game. I'm looking for playoff Kyrie because playoff Kyrie is a different type of Kyrie. And we haven't really seen.
Yeah, because he got to be 30 now. When you get to 30, you're right, it changes. Shit changes when you're 30.
You know why? You know why? Because the league is young as it's ever been.
But Jimmy, he getting his shots. You're right. He got 23 shots. He just can't hit none.
He just can't get that separation as he used to, and it burst when he would get to the midi, right outside the elbows, and he would spring up or right inside the elbows. It's harder for him to get that.
But he's still on the plus side. What I watch him is still on the plus side of plus minus. That's one thing I'm watching about him, but he don't usually miss that many shots. You're right. He's very efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see this year. And maybe that just was a bad matchup for him. Because he had to play so much defense in that last. Because Shea Butter was tearing their head anew. And that boy Jalen Wick, he had to play some bigger and longer players. Wasn't nobody showing on their team.
So now I'm assuming they'll put KD on the old vet, on his counterpart with Minnesota Conley. Oh,
Conley gonna get his head tore off. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
Conley is a pretty good
defensive
guard.
But he can't.
I remember seeing
Kyrie made a living off dudes like Conley. He'd have made a living.
But Conley has made a long career. People didn't think that Conley would be existing in this league, still starting this many years in the game. I remember him back with all Ohio Red. Remember, he wasn't the main guy on that team that they thought was going to make it on through.
But he had the big dude.
Yeah, the 7-footer went to Ohio. You gave him an asterisk. What it was, Greg Oden? That's his name?
Greg Oden. Yeah.
And then that same team also had Gordon on that team.
Eric Gordon. They had a good ass team.
On that team back in the day. They had 4 guys on that team that got drafted in the NBA.
Yeah.
Same year. 4 guys on that one grassroots team got drafted. I can't think of the other one, but he ended up getting drafted and played a couple of years as well. But it's coming back to the present. Alan, I know I ain't been to talk about it, but that's your sector in football. What are they saying? We shift gears. Once again, guys, NBA games, come on tonight. Check it out. We'll rap about it. I'm rooting, of course. I'm always rooting for Game 7. I'm just going to be honest. I'm rooting for Game 7. So that means I'm rooting for a road team to win one of the games on the road. Then that way I'm rooting for Game 7 because I want to see more basketball. Yeah, and we don't get Game 7.
Root for Game 7 you want. I'm rooting for Boston. I don't care if they win it in 3. If we can win it in 3, we win it in 3. My dude coach for Boston. I'm going for Boston. I don't know nobody coaching for them other dude. I'm going for Boston. I don't care if it go one game. If it was one game, I want to win. Jimmy, I'll take a sweep. I'll take a gentleman's sweep. I'll take anything. I just want. So you want 7 games. I don't want to see no many games. Because somebody might get hurt.
I really do.
In them 7 games, somebody might hit you. Go whoop their ass while you can. Because somebody might get hurt. That's all. That's me. Jimmy, because you the kind going, they let it go 7, and then they lost it. Then they gave the game back up. Then you going to be talking, he still ain't got no ring. You that kind of people. No. Go get your ring, man. 4 in a row. Go get your ring. Ooh, I like that. Go get your ring, man.
Now, what's the deal with this kicker with the Chiefs? That's
Jimmy,
that's
that ain't no football matter, Jimmy. That's a political matter. That's one of them little Trumpers. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. He best friends with Josh Hawley. Look him up. One of them old MAGA congressmen up there. The little old dude with the tight ass pants and a tight ass outfit. And he just went to Benedictine College. These colleges need to start vetting these people who they allow to give the commencement speech to these kids. Because Florida State, Florida A&M, you clowned up. And this clown come up here trying to tell these girls what to do and y'all got to understand that MAGA crowd always want to police a woman's body. I don't know why. Maybe the white women just don't do what they say or something, Jimmy? Because they always want to make sure it's some kind of bill, it's some kind of law to keep the police a woman's body, a woman's uterus. So he gonna try to tell, that's all it happened. And guess what? And he getting backlash, but he ain't getting the backlash like Kaepernick did. And all Kaepernick wanted the police to do is stop shooting us. But this clown and Aaron Rodgers worse than him, Jimmy. You talking about Aaron Rodgers worse than him. So you want to talk about him? You got to talk about
worse
than this boy. Worse than this boy. He been talking the same kind of stuff. And dude, this MAGA influence. This it's unbelievable out there, and but that's all that happened. I mean, he's a kicker. He's replaceable, Jimmy. Come on, let them women get the picking line down there.
Well, that's the whole question. Okay, is he going to be replaceable?
He replaced me, a kicker.
I'm saying, but he's still he's not the as far as number wise. I think he has another year left on his deal. Is all the Chiefs going to rid him?
I don't know what the Chiefs going to do. I want to see what the NFL going to do for him to talk. See, Jimmy,
so
you censor.
How many days we got to wait?
I don't know. You censor Kaepernick. You censor him. Jimmy, that's political stuff he talking about. That's political stuff that the other guy's talking about. Aaron Rodgers talking about. So I'm blaming the NFL. What are they going to say first? Because they the one messed with Colin Kaepernick. You talking about the Chiefs. Because guess what? The Players Association got to protect him, but they can't protect him from the NFL. They can protect him from the team. I mean, if I tell you what, if these women don't care, that's the way he feel, then we don't know how the women gonna feel about it. I don't know. Women, how y'all feel about it? I mean, y'all got to go look it up. What's his name? Buckner. Harrison Buckner. Shit, I know his name. That's a crying shame I know his whole damn name. He ain't nothing but a kicker. I ain't know nothing about him as a kicker. But he go up there talking about a woman. You should be at home in the kitchen, and that's a better virtue. You don't try to go and to the corporate ladder and try to be whatever all you want to be. You just be at home and be my wife and my man. If you don't get the hell out of here with that stuff, man, I don't know where you come from with that stuff. So, but he said it. He had his chest stuck out. And Jimmy, hold up. And his mama, guess what his mama is? His mama's an accomplished woman and a physicist. I mean, one of the top in her class. So where did he get that from? He didn't get it from his mama. Because his mama is an independent woman. She wasn't just at home having no babies for no dude. So it's just, and the kid might be sick, Jimmy. We don't know. The kid might be suffering from mental illness. We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing on the double sword or how different people treated. And you
Hold on.
mentioned
Hey,
Colin Kaepernick.
NFL put out a yeah, I mentioned Colin. Colin wasn't hurting
Yeah.
nobody.
Well, they
But
told Colin,
hold up. The MAGA ass fans started messing with people. See, where the women? That's what I'm saying. Where the women at? NFL wasn't gonna mess with them people until the fans started talking crazy. Man, they wasn't even thinking about Colin Kaepernick first over there, Jimmy. He was a backup quarterback sitting over there minding his business until that dude started talking to him. Wasn't nobody even talking about it. Them owners, they seen it, they didn't care. But when mainstream MAGA get hold to it, I hope y'all know what I'm talking about, MAGA. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Make America great again, people. MAGA, make America great again. When they got hold to it, that's when it changed. That's all.
yeah, that's our, thinking about the president at the time, basically made a rally call to the NFL owners, get that son of a bitch off the field. I mean, something like that.
All them ungrateful sons of bitches. That's what he
Yeah, I
said.
mean, he called basically reference Kaepernick as a son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, he called every
And
player who kneel with him too.
now where's that energy at from everybody when you see that's the whole thing. So that's
Dude
the
got the
part
complexion for protection, man,
when
for
people
collection. I told you.
every day a lot of black folk every other day will run into and notice that some of their friends or allies or comrades will play the card of claiming to really don't understand certain aspects or accusations of racism that we may claim. And some of them are like, man, I don't see it. Can you? And so this is an educational moment. Explain to them. Where's
Send
that
them to me.
energy at?
Hey, when y'all find a fan, y'all send them to me. I got something for them.
Yeah. So
Send them to me.
that's the type of course. Now on the Chop Shop, we are officially on that back nine. It's 10 minutes past the hour. We're gonna ask everybody to share the show. If you haven't done so right now, let's share the show. Get this thing crunk up. I got a lot of grassroots stuff. Go around the horn. You talked about grassroots yesterday, Adam?
Yeah, I talked a little bit. I can't even. Jimmy, I'm getting sick of this community.
What
When I
happened?
talk, I don't watch all of y'all play. I talk about the people that I watch play. That ain't my job to cover y'all.
Or
Huh?
the
Or what?
people who feel compelled enough to keep you informed.
I mean, yeah.
People,
They keep me informed. Chop
keep you
Shop
informed.
Htx at gmail.com. If you let me know something, I will talk about it. But I'm telling y'all, I watch the EYBL because I like the Nike tour and I like their platform. And I can go back and watch any game I want to. When I went to try to watch them other ones, it was just too much red tape. I'm not watching. I ain't got time. So I ain't got time. So but Jimmy, I saw a kid. I'm gonna tell you who I done fell in love with. And my thing is, see, I look at stuff different from y'all. What I do, I watch a kid first, and I sit back, then I watch him again. And I say, oh, he got better. Then I watch him again. I like Bryson Reedfall. I ain't saying he great, but when I saw him first, and I saw him, his body has changed. He just looked strong. He looked sure about himself. But when I first saw him, he didn't. But now he's sure. He even took a step to me. I haven't seen him. Took a step to me. I don't know about what everybody else has said. But then I saw my young fella, Chuck Hayes' son. I went to see him first. I saw him play once. I saw him play against Seven Lakes in the playoffs. And I just didn't like his game at all. He was just trying to do too much. He was just trying to get shot every damn time he touched. I don't like players to do that. And he gets over here and play for the Hoops and come off the bench when the ball swing to him off the dribble. See, he was trying to shoot it off the dribble when I saw him, but now he catching it off the catch and just letting that thing go. He looking like one of the Splash Brothers. So them two guys there and Sheldon Henderson. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I never thought he was that good. I used to hear everybody talking about him. He played for Bel Air because I know how that Bel Air hype machine goes. I really know. And the hype machine, what summer team he play on, I don't know. I know how it goes. But I saw him play in high school. Then I saw him play in the EYBL. It's two different young men. So those are three young men that I saw that just really just said, okay. They I just saw them get better. And that's all. It ain't that I ain't saying they finna be tear the world on fire, but I saw them get better. And I like to see that. And I hope the next time I see them they get a little bit better. But that's my summer news right now.
Well, we got speaking of going around the horn, of course, I've provided details in the VIP news on rcsports.com about this past weekend, the teams that went undefeated. I highlighted all of the ones who informed me or just came across my line. Shout out to those guys, the ones that went undefeated, because there's so many that did well. Undefeated. Houston Hoops is right at the top of the chart, probably in the United States of America, for teams that went 4-0 on the 17 and under.
That's a good point. Think about that.
Main sneaker circuit this past season. Primary sneaker circuit. We're not talking about the secondary ones and your other guys. You guys can probably understand that's a whole nother topic. You probably see now about how what I call the JV circuits, why you're a JV circuit. And it is what it is. You choose it, but that's another topic.
But Jimmy, everybody can't be on the big circuit.
Well, here's the thing. Don't try to, when you start getting these deals, stop trying to put posts out. You program directors, you coaches, you kids, stop trying to make people believe that you are included in the main division. It is what it is. Some of those kids are happy as hell to be in those gyms down the street, around the corner, down there, and to play at the main site one time in between the main teams playing. Some of them are happy as hell to do that. Guess what? Cool. But for these main circuits, I'm meaning that the Nike EYBL, the Under Armour circuit, the Adidas 3 SSB, right? And you can even throw the Puma out there now because Puma has enough fire.
Okay.
Puma has players that may be playing, at least one player that may be selected possibly to the McDonald's All-American game this year. They have at least one that has a very solid chance. And so that's to say the least. Not saying about at least one.
That's cool.
So, but the Houston Hoops, they won all 4 of their games. And this was in front of college coaches. So that means however bad people made college coaches, some college coaches think that the Houston Hoops were before this weekend. This is what I'm telling you. This team, and I've said it when I watched them play, and I watched them play at the Spring Icebreaker. A lot of us was there at the Spring Icebreaker back in mid-March. And the team, it don't have a thump of a national household name that's guiding the roster. They have a lot of blue-collar guys who's coached by a blue-collar guy that played at the highest level of this profession. Maurice Mo Taylor has been coaching this team for the last few years. He knows what to do with that type of talent. Everybody can't coach a lot of guys that ain't prima donnas.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Guys that are not prima donnas? It's harder to coach prima donnas than guys who are not.
Everybody can't go and rally these guys that ain't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Get more out of these guys.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
I know it's various aspects to the word coaching,
I got
usage, but everybody can't go and get these. Some guys, the guys that ain't there yet, that ain't the top so-and-so in the country. You ain't ranked, you ain't a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Everybody can't get, And then some guys, if you think about it, proof in the pudding on this from this angle where I'm coming from, guys.
Okay.
Go back a year ago to right now today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Mo Taylor got the best out of Trey Johnson?
I wasn't paying attention to him that much last year.
Hell no, he didn't. Because it's obvious that Mo Taylor can do better with these type of kids than he can with a Trey Johnson.
See, I don't have that. See, the reason you said what you said because you got this. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see them. I'm serious. Tell the truth. I did not watch them play one time last year.
No, last year, you mean. Last year. Remember now, think about it. Trey Johnson was the name on that team. And it's not singling Trey Johnson out for bad. Yeah. I'm giving you something that if Mo Taylor, and they did make it to Peach Jam, I think last year with their team as well. Yeah. But so that means he did win with them. But I'm talking, I said that wasn't the thing. I say, did he get Trey Johnson's stock went down?
It did.
How
can you go? What
he was number 3. He was number 3 in the country.
And then went where?
Ended up down around number 9, number 10.
Well, that's subjective.
I mean, but on the masses, on all platforms, his stock went backwards.
And go up. And guess what? And you might be right because that was somebody was telling me. Said I haven't seen it. I haven't watched him play, but Fob just confirmed what my partners them said about him. Who watched him there from Memphis. They said that y'all got to need him. He jacked the damn ball up every time he touched it. That's what they were saying about him. And it's hard to play with dudes like that. And it's hard to win with guys like that.
Yeah, because that means you take him out the game and then you've been instructed from up above, man, you let him play. So you got to, everybody can't coach that type of player and get max. Well, I say coach, I'm using in the context of getting maximum productivity out of him. You got to realize a guy that's been in the NBA, I can only imagine. You in your mind, you're like, young fella, you're trying to get where I've been. I've seen guys like you never touch the court where I've been. You're above average right now. But let me tell you something. You got a long way to go. And that young fella probably looking at Mo Taylor like, man, old school, shut up, man. You just hating. In your mind. He's not saying that. He's not disrespectful like that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes a young fella might look at the old head like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Man, I'm finna get this bread. You see what I am? You just hating because you wasn't this when you were at this age. You didn't have this status. And a lot of these guys like Mo don't have a dog in the fight.
No. Man, they coach the hell out them dudes, man. Jimmy, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, y'all. I done watched every game. I don't see how he doing it. Because there's some talented ass teams they playing against. I said we. There's some I'm Houston. Houston against everybody. There's some talented ass teams they playing against, Jimmy. And I be sitting up there saying, why in the hell is they still in here? Jimmy, and them teams are coming, start beating up on them. And then all of a sudden, Moore call a timeout and switch the lineup around and put some guys. And the next thing you know, I said, whoa. I mean, it's fun to watch, y'all. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. And then, Jimmy, Mo had to come home early because his son other day. So his assistant coached the last game, and they beat the brakes off that last team. The last game was one of them pro skill, one of them Dallas teams.
No, I'm saying who was the coaching?
Smitty, young cat named Smitty. I don't know his first name. Oh, okay. Last name Smitty. I mean, they call him Smitty. Yes. Jimmy, Mo had to leave. The dude coached it, and they whooped pro skills like they stole something from Mason.
Yeah, they beat pro skills 72-50.
And we won that close, Jim.
On that, it wasn't that close?
No, it wasn't that close. 72-50 that's a good score for that game.
Think about it like this. In today's society, you beat a team 72-50. And you go 4 for 17 from 3-point land and win the game.
That's a good
about
one.
20 plus.
That's a good one.
That lets you know you were beating them to every loose ball.
That's a good one.
That means that you were beating them all over the court. That means you creamed them on the glass.
That's what I told you what I said. Remember I said it looked like it was more. Yeah.
And the thing you mentioned about the kid from Ridgepoint, Dorian Hayes, has improved, and he's speaking of NBA. Chuck Mo Taylor played for the Houston Rockets. In case you guys didn't know, when we were talking about NBA pedigree, he played for the Rockets among other teams, and he lives in Houston, which a lot of former players do. So this is one of his ways of giving back. And by coaching his team, they brought him on a couple of years ago, maybe 4 seasons ago, and they haven't looked back with him. He's
No.
stable. He didn't buckle to the pressure to the politics of the game. As you guys paid attention last year, there were politics involved.
Yeah.
He didn't buckle.
Yeah.
And he's still here standing. And many of you guys thought, well, this team is gonna get their butt. What it does, it shows you just how much talent we have in the state of Texas. Primarily, we have a lot of doggone talent.
The kids can play, man.
There may not be more than 2 players off this team that was signed with a Power 5 school.
Yeah.
May not be more than 2 on this. It's a blue collar, impactful mid-level program. Meaning there's some guys that can really go and log a lot of minutes at some mid-level schools, and then they can go and transfer their way up. If that's what they want to do, so be it. But this team, I've seen these types of teams before coming out of this city, out of this state, is a mid-level. I'm gonna say mid-level meaning recruiting-wise, meaning that the blue bloods aren't giddy over watching the Houston Hoops play. They're going to have to grow into this team come July.
Yeah.
Now, if the Hoops can duplicate some of this success, meaning at least a 2-2 this coming weekend in Kansas City, then you'll kind of be saved by the ball. 3-1 means you've arrived.
Have you looked at all their results? You ain't went back and looked at all that.
No, I just paid. No, I haven't paid attention.
Yeah.
Until the very first weekend, I looked at them and we talked about it. The very first weekend when some of the kids, but this team is not the same. They've made some adjustments and some personnel changes.
No, the reason I said this is the reason I asked you this, Jimmy. Every loss that they've had.
Oh, was 4 points or less. Besides JL3.
Besides JL3, they had a chance to win, and they had a chance to beat JL3. They were close in that game.
The Hoops has 4 losses in EYBL play.
Yes.
3 of those 4 losses are by a combined 9 points. I remember typing it in the VIP news. I typed it yesterday, so I know that stat in my mind. It's crazy,
man. It's crazy.
And once again, they have 4 losses. JL3 beat them by 11 or 12, something like that. Yeah. But the other 3 losses, they were by 4 points, 4 points, and 1 point. And so this team could have very well only had 1 loss.
Easy. I mean, easy.
They've improved. They've added a player or 2.
Yeah.
Their most recruitable player going into the circuit was B.J. Davis Ray. He's the most decorated because he plays for Duncanville High School, and Duncanville is a national known school now. But they forced their way into that platform. We knew about Duncanville in Texas before Peavy got there, and even after they've resurged. But he's the red. He's supposed to be the red ant in that ant bed. However, you can make a case for Dorian Hayes. Dorian Hayes has really, really, really gained some attention from a lot of the coaches. Think about it. He's grown on us. He used to be 6'1". Now he's about 6'3" and some change.
Yeah.
So that helps. Then there's no pressure on a kid like Michael Collins now. Michael Collins shot his shot. He goes into his role, be a star in his role. That's simply the role that they wanted him to be in with JL3 last year, but he never got the opportunity. So now it ain't the pressure to if Mike Collins going to do something. Now it's if B.J. Davis Ray going to do something and if Dorian Hayes going to do something. And they are gritty enough to get stuff done to where now it opens things up for a guy like all Michael Collins got to do is figure it out. And once he figures it out, all eggs don't hatch on the same day. Cool. But you're winning. It feels good when you're winning and you're still trying to, and you haven't figured it all the way out yet. That's like we mentioned Kyrie Irving a while ago. Dallas Mavericks are winning, and Kyrie Irving haven't even figured it out all the way at this age.
He managing the game now. In crucial parts of the game, Kyrie is putting his stamp on the game. He just ain't put together no. And I'm gonna tell you now, that team he played against, Jimmy, that's a hard team. Y'all, that was the number 1 seed they beat, y'all. Yeah. And people keep thinking it. Y'all, Dallas beat Nico Harrison, man. I'm going to talk about him every day on this show. Because if that was anybody else, that's all they'd have been talking about, the GM. That was Sam Presti. Dude, every player that we got, our whole front line, Dallas whole front line, I said, Dallas whole front line, Jimmy, was got through trades facilitated, Nico facilitated through Oklahoma City. Jimmy, if I can sit up here and show you how Nico, he didn't fleece them, but he used Oklahoma City and all them picks they got to get Daniel Gafford, to get the move down 2 spots, to get a Lively, and to get and use another situation to get what's my boy name, PJ Washington. So their whole front line, Jimmy, was facilitated through Oklahoma City. But it's just. But when you playing a team like Oklahoma City, Jimmy, them dudes can play, man. But Dorian Hayes, what I love about him, remember I told you, when he was playing, when I saw him in high school, he was trying to, Jimmy, over here, he just run around, might get it, bam. Run around this way, might get it, bam. He just let that thing fly. Sometimes, y'all, less is more. Do what would they say? Do what you do best. He can shoot. Don't you be out there trying to do all of this him and get ripped and get dunked on. Coach, you're coming out the game then. But keep going. Keep talking about that team.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And of course, you just tune in. We're talking grassroots basketball from this past weekend. We'll ask you to share the show if you haven't done so. Share the show if you haven't done so. It is 1/2 the hour. We're 30 minutes to the finish line on the Chop Shop on this terrific Tuesday. And shout out to everybody. I see Doug Jones is up on there, with us. We see the Anthony Lawrence collection. You guys make sure you go over to their website, get you some HBCU gear products as you power up for these upcoming seasons, football season coming up. Get some stuff, get on the front end of that Anthony Lawrence collection. He supports and watch the Chop Shop on a daily basis. You guys, least you can do is to go by and take a peek through the window of their website.
Absolutely.
Or one of their shops, Baton Rouge, Atlanta, Georgia, among others. These guys here, this is black owned. They're the new. They've taken the word FUBU to another level. Yeah. If you guys know what that is.
I messed around. He made me a pair of shorts, Memphis shorts, basketball shorts. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I went on the golf course with him. Everybody on the golf course wants something now. I said, man, no, I want to go. You're supposed to be. I had the college shirt on, had the college Memphis shirt on. But Jimmy, you had to see that outfit. Jim, he got me straight. He gave me a hoodie too. Got a hoodie though. I see, unlike y'all, I can't wear no damn hoodie when it's hot. I got to wait till it get cold at that. But yeah, Jimmy, he got me right. He got me right.
Right. And of course,
see old Kevin Allen up on the feed.
Shout out to the Silver Fox Kevin Allen. Make sure you guys watch him on Saturday mornings or listen to him Saturday mornings on KTSU. Download the app. You can hear him from anywhere in the world. He's alongside Devin Wade and the living legend, the measuring stick of anybody who's trying to use a tape measure in the media business or in Texas. Ralph Cooper, guys, just Google him, look him up.
Bad man.
I mean, it's he's got it out the mud, and by choice, declined several offers to go in mainstream media. He wants to just keep his life simple and give back to the people and talk to the people in this community and do it like he knows. But anyway, be sure to watch Kevin Allen, Devin Wade, Ralph Cooper every Saturday. I think it's at 9 o'clock in the morning. on KTSU. Now, back to, I was talking about the grassroots basketball and the team that went undefeated this
Yeah.
past season. I
What
want
else
to
we
give
got?
a shout to the Gulf Coast Blue Chips, another team, Adam.
They
They
shouted
lost.
them out. They shouted them out yesterday. So give them some more today.
Okay, yeah, give them. They went three. They went 0-3 the first session. Went 3-0 this session. Well, 4-0 technically. They went 4-0, but three of those wins. One of those wins was against a team that was from the Under Armour JV division. So those wins don't. I don't think they count toward the total standings when you beat one of them teams from the JV division. I don't think.
See, I
You
didn't
got
know that. I didn't know that.
correct me if wrong, but they played 4 games according to the website, the Under Armour website. They beat We Are One, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Riverside Hawks, Martin Brothers, and the KC Run GMC. The Martin Brothers team is from the JV, which is the Rise division of Under Armour. And the reason I call them JV because I call all of them JV that are the bottom, that are not the main circuit. So that's my personal slang. It's not meant to. It started when there was one. Now it's 3 or 4, and I use that same term to all of them. Because that way now you guys know it's not the varsity. It's not the main one. Without trying to explain the difference to you. Some people might have heard Under Armour Rise, but they don't know Rise is not the same as the Under Armour main one. Some of you may have heard Adidas Gold, but you might think Gold, hell, to me, Gold is the standard. So you might think Gold is the 3SSB. That's the SSB mean 3 Stripes Select Basketball. That's what that means with Adidas. So, and I went by there this past weekend on Saturday and caught some action. I applaud them. Their branding has improved, meaning more signs are hanging from the Raptors in that facility down in Bryan College Station. Great facility, 8 courts. It's pretty spacious. Good amount of parking. But it was funny having I walked in there. I know there's a couple of the rules that I noticed, and one guy, I think somebody was there and they pointed out. They said, "Hey man, they're using your rule." I say, "What rule is mine? What rule?" They say using your mercy rule. I say, "Really?" And so I looked up, and sure enough, because the game had ended, and I say using my mercy rule, meaning that for years, not going to take credit as being the first. Definitely not. No way for me to prove that. But in this part of the state, our RCS Sports, our events, we were the first in this state to implement the 30 points with 3 minutes to go, 20 points with 2 minutes to go, 30 with 3, 20 with 2. So at the Adidas event, their mercy rule was, which is intriguing because you would think they would want to give guys an opportunity to pad their stats, as many players do when they're playing in these events. You winning by 25 points. You would think they would want to give them teams the opportunity for the little Johnny to get him 5 more buckets against some helpless young lad. Well, here's the rule with Adidas, and it is if a team is ahead by 20 points or more in the second half with 3 minutes remaining, the game will be considered complete and will end. What that does is it works for a lot of reasons. It works because in those minutes, if you're up by that amount of points, it could invite taunting. It could invite some foul play, meaning somebody could go see somebody going in for a dunk to rub it in and could go up under a kid. It could result in if you're running close on schedule, it could result in you running behind. And there are games that are scheduled to be live streamed at a certain time. College coaches are on a strict schedule. I know multiple coaches who were in one city in the morning, and had to go and catch their bird and their charter or their PJ and get to another city by a certain time to see a specific kid. Then after the end, they had another schedule, but they had to get there for that one game, and that's a tight time window. So I applaud Adidas for implementing, being the first of the sneaker lines to go outside of the box and implement that mercy rule. Is great. Appreciate that. And besides, that star player shouldn't be on the court if you're winning by that many damn points against a helpless team in the first damn place. So they're not missing nothing. Now, another rule that I noticed from Adidas, Adam, because people wonder about the unsigned seniors, they have it in writing. There's a limit of 2 unsigned seniors per team in the 3SSB. There's a max. You only can have 2 unsigned seniors. That means if they played as a senior at their high school and was supposed to be part of the class of 2024, you only can have a max of 2 if you're playing 3SSB. I can live with that. That way now you don't have to worry about guys trying to go and forge paperwork, forge letterheads from Hatter Prep School to try to claim that your kid is going to be attending Robert Hatter Prep next fall. You have to go through that. He can play as an unsigned senior. And it don't trick the college coaches, because a lot of times you put down 2025 as an unsigned senior. And if a coach wanted to offer his ass today, he would take that offer and not go to the prep school that you're claiming them to go to in the first place. So I like that. That maybe that'll start the trend of other ones just calling it is what it is. These are unsigned seniors, but you only can have 2. Other than that, rules, I would love to see one of the circuits adopt our overtime rule. Our overtime rule is the first team that scores 4 points. Hell, it don't have to be 4. It could be the first team to score 5 points. It could be 6 points. It could be 7. What it does is it takes the time constraints off the overtime, and now it doesn't even, stalling don't even mean nothing anymore. You got to go and try to get buckets in overtime. Trust me, if you pay attention to the time frame, my 4-point rule I've been doing about 3 years, it definitely is faster than the other routes. But speaking of the Adidas, like I said, I got a chance to see a few teams from Texas, Southern Assault, one-time legends, ASAC. Got a chance to see some underclassmen play. Good grudge game between ASAC and Southern Assault. They're 9th grade teams. RJ Hampton's little brother Ryan Hampton he has a chance to be special. He has a chance to be special. That class, those 2 teams, that was a hell of a grudge game, which Southern Assault came from behind.
Who he played for Southern Assault?
He plays for Southern Assault now. Okay. He was with I want to say with game time.
Who coaching the team?
I don't know coaching the guy's name that's coaching the team, but it's not his dad. His dad is definitely not on the bench at all. Okay. Dad is being a dad this lap around the track. So I also got a chance to see some players that were on the bubble for NBPA Top 100 camp, which is coming up in about 2 weeks. We'll all be in Orlando, Florida for that.
So it's in 2 weeks?
Had to move the date all the way up to the original date toward the beginning of the month.
Question. So everybody been picked already. Everybody done got all they. Most of them, but 2 weeks. Most of them.
Maybe 8 slots that still got to be filled.
Oh, that's most of them. 8 out of 100.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How many legacy kids coming this time?
A record.
Bryce coming.
About 30, approximately 35. A record. That's
did y'all add it? Did y'all add more? Add more slots?
Maybe 11 slots, 12 slots. That's 1 per team. So there'll be like 12 players on each team. Times 10, 11 players on each team. 11 players on each team times 10 teams. So it's not going as easy as we thought it would be based on the amount of legacies. Understand something, guys.
So is the legacies a problem?
It can be. That's outside of my pay grade. The legacy players get in through the Players Association.
I understand, but is it a problem? What's the problem with the legacies?
Because you're taking away numbers from the kids that are definitely better than some legacies that will be automatically invited into camp. You only got so many slots. So
Well, some of them
therefore,
guys at the end of y'all list probably ain't that good no way.
it's
So you mean it's gonna be a good player left off because of a player who's deserving?
great player gonna be left out probably. Yeah. To them wherever they're from. You know what I'm saying? Like great to wherever they're
Great,
from.
great to them. Okay.
Yeah, it's going or their program or their state or their city and or state. Yes, it's going to be. Hey man, it's one of those years, man. There was a lot of humping going on 17 years ago. That's all I can say. All those NBA players' sons are the same.
And some of them can't play.
That's the
I
thing.
know.
That's
I
kind of
know Bryce can play, and I know Melo's son can play. Who else?
which Bryce you talking about?
Bryce James.
Oh, no, he's not. But is he? He's not a senior.
Wait a minute. He close.
No,
You got to be a senior.
I can't, you know what I'm saying? That's all over my pay grade.
I ain't talking about you, but I'm just saying you got to be a senior.
But if when you got that many options, you would have to probably make some stipulations trying to just to weed it out. Otherwise,
so LeBron James, Bryce James ain't in it. Who is the other dudes?
man, it's a lot of dudes that got sons, man.
Give me one.
That's going through the front door or the back door. Oh, you just mentioned one a while ago, Dorian Hayes.
Oh, he going.
Dorian Hayes is a legacy kid.
Oh, that's right.
What do you mean? He's a legacy kid. Your dad pays dues to the union.
Okay.
then you and your son is a rising senior. Then you have action at your son getting to this camp.
Okay, this for rising seniors. Okay,
it ain't for that. But that remember, Melo's son played last year as a legacy.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't got no damn rules, man. I don't want y'all ain't got no damn rules.
You didn't have 30-something legacies. You wasn't against the ropes with the numbers. If you're against the ropes, you need to have some stipulations. That way, now the guys as members can understand. Hey, look, guys, due to the fact we got an influx of y'all, this is what could be recommended. That we're gonna go like this. That way, now your son can come next year in his rightful year. Otherwise, that's what I'm just guessing. That's what Purvis Short, who's and would probably likely do. That's the easy way out. Otherwise, man. But that thing is on June the 8th, June the 9th.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But before then, Pango's camps is coming up.
So why is it? Wait a minute. EYBL this weekend. So Pango's gonna be the same time.
Pango's gonna be in next weekend.
It's gonna be at the same time, y'all. You said 2 weeks.
No, right before it. So Pango's is strategically placed June the 2nd through the 4th. So Pango's is June the 2nd, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is Pango's. June the 2nd is a Sunday. So Pango's is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Top 100 camp is June the 8th. So that following Sunday, people fly out to Orlando. So they have a little space in there. Now, meanwhile, USA basketball, the trials start, of course, right after Memorial Day weekend or on Memorial this weekend coming up. These guys will be getting ready to head off sometimes next week, head on over to Colorado Springs for the trials to make their rightful team, the U17. So that's a lot of this is going on. Of course, on the 21st of the month is in Texas. That will be the TABC event, which everybody is looking forward to. That's going to be, there's two major ones that most college coaches have been talking about. When I saw them in the gym this past weekend, a lot of people have been looking forward to the one in Arizona, the one in Phoenix that they held in Phoenix each year, and the one in Duncanville.
This is USA camp, this is
that's the high school teams. Okay. Kids can only play with their high school teams. On that,
that's coming up when?
The 21st in Texas.
June.
You can have the option of June.
Okay.
That weekend of the 21st. Of course, Nike Elite 100 is back in the fold again. And this event, of course, will be in St. Louis for the top 10th graders that play for Nike programs. They will take a splash of ninth graders. I'm expecting them to, as they do each year, to add to that maybe 10 ninth graders on the average that will get splashed in, depending on how talented those 10th grade crop is. That will be on June the 22nd through the 25th. Sounds about right. And of course, I've been on the staff for that camp for a number of years, in and out, maybe missed a couple of years in between. So they hit me this morning. I'll be back on that. A lot of things I do, a lot of you guys probably have no idea that how much I try to fight and help your babies especially within the state of Texas. Primarily, I look out for Greater Houston. I try to first, but also I'm going to look out for the state of Texas. Now I'm going to talk smack with the DFW guys. I'm going to embrace the smack talking from the San Antonio, Austin guys. But when the time comes, I'm right at the table pounding the pavement for our talent. Most people around the country know that. They know that, and it's unapologetically. It's just that you guys, if you ask more questions and pay more attention, you'll get a chance. You'll probably see or understand one day for yourselves just how many doors that I've tried to and have opened for some of your babies throughout the years. And going to make sure I put that out there. What else did I have for you, Hatter? What else did I have for you? What's something else I had for you? God dog. Man, I had some good stuff. Oh, I want to inform you guys. Speaking of such, knowing what to do. Last week, I was contacted by the Daniel Gotera, who used to work for the CBS local affiliate in sports as a sports director. He has since taken a new job as the head of the Houston Sports Authority. And the Houston Sports Authority, you can Google them. They pretty much run all sporting events, have their fingerprints on them that come through this city. I've been added to the selection committee for the Houston Sports Awards, and that's a gigantic and an applaudable stripe on my sleeve to be contacted to be added for such thing. I've never been to the Houston Sports Awards. I've seen snippets and videos. It is definitely one hell of a gala that they put on. It's pretty much the Grammys of the sports society in the city of Houston each year. So I'm glad to be added, to be considered, and to even been thought of, which was eventually led to me being added to that committee. Thanks, everybody. And I see Mr. Katie is back, man. Shout out to Mr. Katie. Our hearts go out to you, man, in your loss of your significant other recently. Mr. Katie lost his wife, guys.
I didn't know that. What's up, Mr.
Man,
Katie?
That's tough, man. So,
and I'm going with the Mavs. He asked me what I'm going with the Mavs. Mavs all the way, Mr. Katie.
No. Tell him what you really meant, Alan. Don't hold back.
I'm going with the Dallas Mavericks.
No, tell him you're going with North Show. That's what you're telling him you're going with. Tell him you're going with
No, I ain't going with North Show.
Tell him you're going with North Show. Tell him.
I'm going with Katie, Mr. Katie. I'm with you now, Mr. Katie. You Mr. Katie, and I'm Uncle Katie right now.
Yeah, and of course, Thaddeus Moody said Phoenix Gill. Phoenix Gill, he's an underclassman.
Who is this other guy? Will Chris Sinek? Will Chris Sinek be there? Who is Chris Sinek?
Chris Sinek, he's kid from Louisiana.
Sinek, okay.
Big fella. He has an invite. Now, whether he turned it in, you need to ask his people whether they turned it in or not. He got an invite. So
he invited.
We'll see. Not sure.
Who he play for in the summer?
The team with little bugs on there.
I love bugs. I love bugs.
I don't know. You guys make no name. Little bugs from Duncanville.
Hey, Mr. K said, how much money did wide receiver who don't show pay for? Man, if it ain't the Astros cheating again, Jim ain't mentioned that because Man, I don't even want to talk about it, man. Man, if somebody sent me that, man, it was cheating again, man. That's why they just started back winning. I told them, keep cheating, man.
Walter Yates called it.
I heard him call the man Bubba.
Yeah, but also, you know, North Shore football. I think we mentioned their schedule. They got a nice schedule this season. They can't wait to see it. I'm gonna get out.
They ain't under subpoena. I mean, they ain't under. They
For what?
For doing all they do. They was doing some crazy stuff. Something happened in North Shore.
I forgot. You mean Duncanville? You mean Duncanville?
Oh, something always happened in Duncanville.
Oh, okay. North Shore, all right. North Shore, you know.
Okay, North Shore, all right. Okay. I didn't know.
And so. Oh, and Herb Baker said they have a mercy rule at the Under Armour as well. He saw a number of teams get clocked. Herb, tomorrow, can you let us know exactly what that mercy rule is? That way we can see the difference in the comparisons. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. And Alfio has a question, right?
What did he say?
He says, we're taking finals watching the Chop Shop. He said, question.
No, that was one of the questions on the test.
Oh, okay.
That he gave the kid.
She said, okay, I see you. Chop Shop on the test. Said, screenshot that to us, Alfio. Screenshot the actual question on the test and send it over to us so that way we can acknowledge that on one of the upcoming shows.
I knew North Shore did something. I knew they did something. Thank you, Doug. I knew something. That ain't nothing. Okay.
That ain't nothing.
So y'all cheat so much. That ain't nothing.
It's part of you wearing red and white.
This women basketball been getting good, man.
Huh?
This women basketball ain't been playing, man. These girls.
You know, the Caitlin Clark thing, of course, they went to 0-4 last night, and she had 17 points, 5 turnovers in that game against the New York Liberty. And here's my thing, guys. Caitlin Clark is already good. Yeah. Caitlin Clark is probably, I don't know if they use a similar selection process for the All-Star like the men do. When you let the people pick, if they did let the people pick it, she's probably going to make the All-Star team if the WNBA pick like that. I'm not sure. You guys, one of you guys can in the Boom Boom Room can confirm how they do that. Now, here's my thing. I heard some people complain, like insinuate that the WNBA set her up by letting her go to a bad team and putting the schedule as though they
Somebody told you that, Jim.
Yeah, I saw that narrative, and I.
Oh, you just saw it. Ain't nobody told. Okay.
Ain't nobody, but I saw it and heard it. Okay. I wouldn't even let it get that close to me, so they wouldn't be able to get it out their mouth before I cut them off with some stuff. Let me tell y'all something. The way that the system is set up, the worst team in all major sports get to pick first.
Jimmy,
the worst team get to pick. Well, the NBA does a lottery, so the worst team doesn't always pick first, but they get the odds in their favor when the ball comes.
Jimmy, the problem is Kaylin and brought some fans in who don't normally watch basketball, so a lot of them people really just don't know. She done brought in some of them old hillbillies, them corn huskers. She done brought in a lot of people that just don't. So if you looking online, they say anything. As long as a real person ain't gonna. I mean that's crazy, man. It's and the little girl, and let me tell you, she played well last night. But Jimmy, she's a little hothead though. And ain't nobody saying that.
She got a check last night, didn't she?
She got a text. She should have got one of the other games. She talking crazy to them folk. One of them girls gonna smack shit. She better keep it at them referees. One of them girls gonna put their hands on. But Jimmy, I'm gonna tell you something. The WNBA got the most unique dynamics that I've ever seen. I mean, I didn't know. I'm following them a lot closer now. And Jimmy, like last night, it was a little skirmish between two women. And then the teammate of the one, she got a shot block, Dejanay. You know, Dejanay, she been killing everybody. She blocked the young lady's shot, and the young lady come talking crazy to her, and her own teammate held her back like, no, don't do that. But then you find out her and Dejanay, they used to be together.
Oh, like together.
Together. Yeah, they go together. Yeah, they go together. So okay,
Like
Fred.
Fred Sanford say back in the
Yeah,
day.
Jimmy,
You
it's
gotta-
Jimmy. Hey, I talk about it another time. But man, that WNBA is the most dynamic place. Ain't nothing like it. You can't duplicate that nowhere in the world. What's happening in it? Shout out to them women. They're unbelievable. But it's some unique relationship dynamics that play that's unbelievable on their team. It's just, I mean, in the league. But let's just stop it. Hatter, don't let Jimmy slide. We need to know because we got a little more. Oh, he want to know why y'all was cheating out there. No, sure.
We learned they learned from Katie. Learn from Katie.
Yeah.
Katie, don't y'all get started, Miss Katie.
Cause you ain't if you ain't winning, if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. You ain't trying to win, they tell me. What else? Let's just say, let me see if anybody says something before we get out of here. We're getting out of here right on time on y'all today. Man, oh, okay. Alpha, that ain't no real test. Alpha, playing. That ain't no real. I hope that's not a real test that he having.
That might have been a bonus question, man.
But I got Jimmy tonight, though. I really want to watch this game tonight, man. I'm just proud of them boys. Jimmy, y'all know y'all wrote them. Jimmy, you know y'all wrote them people off in the city because you say you like who you like. Your team is in there. The Timberwolves. Y'all know y'all wrote them. Luka ain't this and Luka. There's too many balls to go along. Y'all dumb. You remember they was telling me, man, your dude dumb. How the hell he let Jalen Green, what's his name? Jalen Brunson get away and got Kyrie. Why y'all do that? Why y'all? Yeah, okay. Jalen Brunson at home, man. Last time I checked, Jalen Brunson at home. And Kyrie.
Yeah, he's at home, and of course, and a lot of others as well. It's going to be intriguing to see these playoffs because now, does Porzingis come back?
They say after 2 games. After 2 games, that's what they said.
He can be a problem.
I hate that too. Oh, he's a problem. He's a problem. He's a problem. But Jimmy, when he come back, I don't know how good he gonna be. But Coach, did y'all see how tired Joker and them was the other night, man? In that altitude.
In their own altitude.
Them dude was sucking air, man. Them dude was sucking air. Joker said they just beat us. But no. But they gone.
Same,
I ain't
man.
gonna talk about that.
Hold
on. Talk about Doug Dozens. Doug Dozens, June the 14th.
Doug Dozens has been, remember, because of the storm last week, Doug Dozens has been moved to June the 14th through the 16th. That is the Juneteenth weekend. So the Doug Dozen, Doug, you need to get the link up so that way the people can start signing on up who didn't.
It's already up, I think.
And the Doug, once again, Doug's Dozen basketball event, June the 14th through the 16th. You guys, it's going to be awesome. Right in the middle of June, because of the fact that it was this past weekend, the event had to be postponed due to the weather that came through Houston and the surrounding counties.
Let me tell y'all something. Sterling Creeks, if that happened, y'all won't see me for a few days because I'm going to every last one of them games. If that happened right there, I'm going to be in Dallas and I'm going to be in, but I have my gear with me, but I'm going to be in Dallas and I'm going to be in Boston. If that happened, I'm gone like a turkey through the coat.
Well, speaking of gone, I'm about to slide over and down Dino's back and yappa dabba do this thing, guys. Make sure you share the show on your way out the door. Share the show today. Get you guys to do that. That would be awesome. Great conversating with you guys. Great topics. Make sure you spread the word about the Chop Shop. Be right back tomorrow. Women Rock Wednesday. We'll be talking about the recap and talking about these playoffs tonight. We'll talk. I throw in a little dash of baseball. I'm just pissed off with the Astros blowing that 6-1 lead last night. Man,
you better glad y'all back in the running, man, because y'all was terrible.
No, understand now. We got three starting pitchers that ain't threw a ball this year. So this be cool. We'll be all right. I told you we'll be all right. Hey, the Astros ain't but four games or so behind the Rangers right now.
I heard that.
Well, actually 4 games out of first place. about 3 games behind the Rangers. So we right there. We right there. The Rangers, all that smack they were talking, they World Series champs. You done played 40 games so much, and you 500. You 500. It's despicable.
We'll let them make it. Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
We'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Shout out show. Peace. We up out of here.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.